So if I waffle on, it's because no one's here, and I wanted to see how stable my change setup is of my Wi-Fi. So I will just waffle on, so bear with me. I'm just using my watercolour deck. It's lovely and soft, this one. All the pictures and things on this are all drawings that I've done, and then I've put them on the watercolour background. So say hello. Oh, hi, Leah, how are you? Like I said, I'm just sort of jumping on. I'm really needing to test out this Wi-Fi, and I am just on my own at the moment, but I'm seeing if I can get any of my lovely ladies to test out our Wi-Fi later. You can ask a question, Leah, that's not a problem. And like I said, it's mainly am I stable in Wi-Fi. So if you could all let me know, two things, can you hear me okay? And is the video blocky, or is it okay? So, because I've had to do all sorts of changes here in this house, and we've worked out why. I had a new cabinet built in my dining room. Hi, Bernadine. I'm in my tea room now, so I'll explain what it is. So say this is my tea room. There's a wall, and in front of me there is another cabinet that I had this huge, big, long cabinet built in all across the wall as a display. So it's got glass in the doors, glass in the shelves, and my modem's up in about here. So we've actually had to rewire the whole darn house to try and get it clear as I can. Now, most people are there saying to me that it works, but it's still a little choppy. Now, that's not cool. So let me just check, because I'm wondering, is it mine or is it some other people? Leah's saying connection's okay. All right. So, Leah, you just want to know what's ahead for the week? More specifics easy, but let's just have a look at a week. I'm just going to draw, we'll just go 3, 4 cards. No, let's go 5. Why not? So we've got moon, cat, cane, monkey, and treasure chest. There would tell me, though, go easy up on your money, because your money is there. And I would look at that and say, do not hand out or help anybody when it comes to financials. Cane is a central card, and it often means where there's support or assistance. So looking at a cane there would tell me, don't let anyone borrow any financial matters from you. Because when I see a monkey, in particular when it's behind money, would tell me someone who may ask you, oh, do you have $50 or whatever, or help me with my grocery bill and so on. A monkey there would tell me they're not being super truthful. Moon is, again, disconnect yourself emotionally when it comes to anything financial. So I would look at your finances. So someone's asked about their son home in November. That is a yes and no question, and yes and no questions are really not the best to use for any type of card readings. So cutting in and out, majority are telling me this is okay. So hi Sandy, you are up very early in the UK. So I'm just sort of having to flick through. Sometimes it shows me, then it won't let me go back. Bernadine, Leah's there. Jamie, let's have a look at a general for you, darling. So, a dragon. Dragon is a beautiful sign of power, and dragon means don't be afraid of any situation. It means literally stand up, be accountable, and show I can't, it's wiped out all my chat, guys, so I don't know who's here and who's not here, and because it's not showing me any comments. So can someone actually just make a comment so I can see if anybody is actually there. It keeps freezing. Okay, I've just changed it over to a 5G server, Roland. So, oh, geez, don't be saying hello again. So, Rolando keeps telling me it freezes. Hello, Bhavana. Yeah, I know, isn't it ridiculous, Jody? This is just getting out of control. Jessica, is that actually better? Can somebody tell me if this is... Yes, I've got you here, Nancy. That's why I didn't move it, because I've moved it over to a 5G server. Now, the captions, they won't let you do captions, Cynthia, and the issue is if I try and do captions, it never gets my Aussie accent and it talks in another language to me. That's why I hate the captions. I'll continue where I had you, Nancy. That's where I was. I've laid out the 5 cards, Nancy, about you moving next year. All of these are really good cards because the ring here would tell me your last move that you will do. It means somewhere that you feel safe, secure, and it's good to you, particularly when I see heart in the middle, because the heart there would indicate to me something that is precious to you. Heart's beautiful with gratitude and passion, and I don't mean lovey-dovey as in partners, but it means somewhere that you feel really like this is home base. The cherries is again between these two, which I do like because it tells me there's a couple of different spots or locations that you're looking at. Either one you choose will be still a bonus for you. Now, you're saying next year, and as I was saying, talking to myself earlier, it says eagle would indicate to me somewhere that may come up a little bit earlier than you realise, because eagle means keep your eyes wide open even from the here and now. Fish is quite lovely because it tells me surrounded with good people. I do like that because it means somewhere that's social, you've got community and everything else around you. Now, let's have a look at your number for dice. You've got 4. Now, that would tell me something very important that is surrounding 4 days, 4 weeks, and up to 4 months. So I think you'll actually probably find something will pop up before next year. So let me just pop all those back in the deck. And like, I do apologise, guys, it's still just teething problems. I'm trying to work out the best way. And I'm on a 5G network here at the moment. And that seems to be a little bit better. Okay, so I've got... Bhavana, how will my romance life be in the next week? All right, so what's going on in your love life? Strong and powerful. There. Oh, that's actually not bad in the next week. You've got here, when we're talking love life and you see a lion, lion usually means somebody who is quite attractive, but they've also got that beautiful strength energy around them. So it's almost like, no, I'm near this person and I draw strength from them. And it is nice. It means protective. The scales here would tell me good balance. It's almost like though you may end up agreeing to something with partnership that you might be thinking, no, is this good for me or is it not good for me? The teacups here tell me balance in love life is really good. I actually like that. I'm actually going to draw another one. Oh, key's nice. Key means, again, discovery and new things that's happening around you. I like them. So that's quite good. Oh, that's really nice to hear, Nancy. Moving in instead of selling your house, you consider it. It is actually a brilliant idea. And it's very interesting, your timing, which would work out beautifully. So that's really nice. Now, hang on, let me see if I can go up. Was there somebody else? Lisa Mitch is wanting to know about the next few months. So I'm only doing 2-minute reading, so it's going to be probably a very quick one. And I'm drawing threes. I never know whether I'm upside down with this deck. I should have changed the back of it, because I know I'm a card flipper, and like I've got my cards upside down, and I prefer to do card flipping. So month 1, balancing your emotions. And a lot of people might think, but my emotions are okay. That's all right. It just tells me there where you're on a level path and things that are feeling quite nice and quite good for you. So is there any element of surprises? Tent, looking after you a little bit more. Tent is like a warm blanket around you. So it can be, stay warm, stay cozy in all that's around you. I would see those as almost like when people say, I'm having some me time, so everyone else can rack off. So month 2, stability around financial matters. I like it because it does tell me if there have been any hassles whatsoever, things are becoming a lot better and more secure for you. Triangle there would tell me it is a point, which means it's a balance and series of 3s. Work out what is good, fair and right for you, what is body, mind, soul when it comes to monies here, and a point will rise upwards, which tells me things are improving at a good rate for you. Month 3, butterfly and dancer, means you might actually get to have a few social occasions. I actually think that's nice because dancer is social occasions where there's good people, little gatherings, not massive, but little. And the butterfly means where you have fun and laughter. The chair there would tell me enough of the sitting by the seaside and people watching. It's time to actually be more involved. Not bad. I think they're quite good. So now I'll check the comments in a sec down below. The guys tell me, are we still stable? And you know what's going to be the real telling point is I'm trying to get one of my other gals on with me if I can in the next day or so, and hopefully it will be a good testing point on what's happening there. Hang on, let me just go up the messages. Katie Gomez, give me a question, darling. I can see and hear me well. Thanks, Linda. I really need to know. Jodie Stoder, is anyone coming up in your love life? You're single? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oops. Like I said, I'm not going to stay on too long, guys, because I'm here only on just as a testing point, and I'll try and grab some of my gals to try a joint effort. Jodie Stoter here would tell me you've had enough of the players, and when I see dancer there would tell me people who are literally skirting around. Dancer, it often means where people are around that's close to you, but beside a monkey would indicate to me, though, that you've had or experienced people who play. First and foremost, I'd look at those two and say, don't entertain recycling anyone that you've dated before. Fish is a beautiful sign of good luck and abundance, and it is a friendship sign. I'll come back to that. Ship here would tell me again, you've waited long and hard, because when I see a ship, it means emotion, number one, because it's on water, but it means waiting time or long distant. The heart is the best of all to see here, which tells me, yes, someone will come into your life. Now, coming back here to fish here would tell me it's like an introduction more so with a friend of a friend, a work colleague or something like that, because fish is social. It's not, if I had like a bird or what's the other one? Things like bird, telephone charms, moon, they all tell me things like online dating, but that there would tell me some type of introduction through a friend or acquaintance of some sort. You've got the number 6. It's got the line under it. 6 itself means, again, the series of the sixes. And when I say series, we look at things. We look at 6 days. Just keep your eyes and ears open. It doesn't mean Mr. Right or Mrs. Right's going to come and jump in your face, but it often means you're hearing pivotal comments, hints, connections to people. The same with the 6 weeks and up to the 6 months. So I still think someone's coming in, darling. I still think don't dismiss an introduction by somebody that is introducing you as a friend or an acquaintance, even like a work situation. So, right, let me just have a look. Come here. I'm all thumbs and fingers today. Oh, hello, Elaine. Lovely to see you. Katie, oh, Jesus, how long's a piece of string? We've had all sorts of issues here with Wi-Fi and internet. I'll just explain, we have a couple of things against us here. Our house is in the bottom of a court, so if you've got your round bowl and then your street, we are about here. And what Telstra, who is our main telecommunications company here in Australia, and they are monopoly, they own all the lines, all the pits, all these things. It doesn't matter which internet providers you use, they own all your lines. The big issue is us being in the bowl of the court. What the slack sods do, they wire so far down, the last 2 houses in the end of the court, they just split your line, and they think that's okay, that we get half of what everybody else does. So it's really sucky. I've even taken it as far as the Telecommunications Ombudsman here in Australia, and it's legal. They can get away with it. So this is the problem when you have large, powerful organisations that own the monopoly. It's like us as the little people, we don't have a hope in hell of any win, which is a big problem. So that's the issue. So good question, Katie. You should see the setup that I actually have in here now. I have cables running everywhere, and this is why I had to test this before I get poor Linus, hubby, in the ceiling to hardwire. So you're asking about husband and your life, how long to take to fix. Big questions, darling, and 2 or 3 minutes probably won't give you an answer in that type of question. This deck, Anna, is my watercolour deck, or I actually called it, it's called Serenity. This is the booklets that come with them, and I've made these very extensive in their meanings. They're a big booklet, not like a little half booklet. These, what I did, it took me a month of Sundays and more. What I've done is, in all my T-card booklets now, is we have the card number and the symbol. I've put in keywords, positive and negative. Then generally is a lot of things what I've experienced over the years, but I've then split them into the categories of relationship, career and financials. And the reason I've done that is every symbolic form of divination you use, whether it's teacups, whether it's charms, whether it's cards, they all mean something different to different areas. Like I said, a mountain in a relationship to a career and to a financial is totally different. A mountain in a relationship can be long-term, but it can be blockages, whereas in a career is quite good, means a stable organisation. So that's how we look at it. So, Linda Locke, what's going on with your career in the next few months? So, just move my dice. Right. So, I do this every time. Like I said, all my other decks I've got it upright, and I'm blind as a bat, which doesn't help me. So I'll just move this up so you can see it in screen. So, and I've done it again, upside down. And they're looking at 3 months, so month 1, 2 and 3. So career here, you've got mermaid, cane and anchor. When I see a mermaid in a career, it often means, yes, safety in numbers or safe journey. But for some reason, like I said, voices talk to me, and I haven't got schizophrenia, people, really. I can't help but feel that is something of like, what's your back, or who is it that's nitpicking behind the scenes? The cane here would tell me you're a good support system to the environment, which is a good card to have. But again, don't let anyone sort of put too many obligations on you, because it's almost like don't carry through people who are undeserving. The anchor here would still tell me stability is paramount with what you're doing, whether you are currently in a career or you're wanting to change. The second month, you've got dragon, chair and rose. That's a really interesting one, because your dragon would tell me where you are looking outside of your career or organisation, because it means claim back your power base. Don't be afraid to. The chair here would tell me again, time to get out of the comfort zone. It's almost like you've sat, you've watched, you've assessed, but you're flying here. The rose here would tell me better appreciation for you. This, if you are not looking to move from the company, would tell me, again, stand and command a little bit more respect and recognition for what you are doing and what you put in. These I find really interesting as well, because tree is about growth and prosperity. It is a lovely thing around family. Books you've got is about study and things you are learning, and bat there would tell me don't dismiss it, or it's often shadows, using your intelligence, because I'd look at that and say don't oppose a little bit more study, because it will take you a long way. I actually think they're quite good. So I'm not sure whether you are currently working or not. Let me know. So I'd love to see if you are. So guys, still let me know. I know there's quite a lot of people still viewing me. Can you please all tell me if we're still stable here? So Rosie Calderon, a card in a relationship. Like, I'm not sure whether you are in a relationship or looking. So let's do it both ways. Strength and power. Oh gosh, I think I've got half the deck upside down, that's why. Relationship, if you are looking for somebody, the key there would tell me the door will open. Cat here again is learning and understanding things about trust, and eagle here is about you taking control of looking at things in love. Now, if you already have a partner, strength and independence is good. You've also, though, still learning about who is it that you trust around you. And when we talk about relationships, it's not just the person who is like a husband, a wife, a partner, and what have you. Because Kat here would tell me, learn to trust yourself and be confident, regardless of a partner or who you want to come in. Key is really good both ways, because it still tells me new adventures and things that are changing. I don't mind them. I think that's quite nice. So I'm just going down to see. Oh, thanks for that, Jodie. Let me know. Thanks, Cynthia. Katie, that's good. Katie, I'll come to you, Katie, and let's have a look at this, because we are looking at about you and your husband. And as long as you're okay with this in a public forum, I will go for it. Oh, thanks, Elaine. Love you too. God knows when we can see each other again. Here in Australia, in Victoria, we are in a heavy lockdown. And our heavy lockdown means we're not allowed more than 5 kilometres, which is about 3 miles if you're in the US. I'm looking into something for you, Katie. I'm actually going to use, this is Labyrinth Through Time, and I have actually trademarked this name, and I am so confident in this, and it's fabulous that it's hit the world. And I know this is destined for very big things to come, because I now and again I get these genius moments. So I'll explain what it is. It is a full kit, that comes in a tin, a nice gold tin. The tin, as you can hear rattle, is a screw lid, and it is a complete system in one. So if you never had anything in your cupboard as a divination set, this is the one, because it's entirely. So what you get in this kit is, again, very extensive book. We get a amethyst. It's a necklace actually, but we use them as a pendulum, and it is a proper crystal. We also have a 12-sided dice. It comes with cards. Like I said, it's a whole system in one. We have 11 word cards, so hopes, fears, and so on. We have 25 symbol cards. Have I got a word stuck in there? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'll come to those. It is a charm casting system in a mat, and these mats are made in Jersey. It is a reversible mat as well, and it all folds up, and like I said, it folds nice and flat. As you can see, it's been squashed in a tin. Now, it does have an option if you want to add the charm kits, because a lot of people already have charms. That's why I have it without the charms, but this is if you want to add it with the charms. Now, with this charm collection here, I've got 100 in there. That is my starter kit plus my add-on kit. So how do we use it? I'm going into this as a bigger reading, so Katie, you're getting a bigger reading, but it's also to show people how the system's used. The first thing is, and the reason I've called it Labyrinth, is we're working from the centre out. Every number, that's a clock face. Numbers are about timings, and every number also has energy. We have all the alphabets, and alphabets, letters are person, place, or thing. That is something that is can be like a name of a person. It could be a street, a state, or a building, and so on. So let's start in the middle. So the first thing we do is we draw a charm for the key. All right, so you've got the music symbol there. Sorry, I haven't got anything to go up higher there. The music symbol means about restoring peace and harmony. The key itself tells me what we need to look at. So it means literally think of the key in the hole, and we've got our hand on the handle and what we need to open the door on. And the music symbol there would tell me harmony. So it tells me we do need to restore some peace and harmony to you and your husband. So we then do our second scatter. So, right, and I'm concentrating on your inner circle first. Right, we have the moon on the ring. We've also got the pipe on the man, and we've got the tree between the man and the telephone. I'll start here and I'll always work clockwise for you. The moon here is about your emotions, and the ring would, yes, represent about the marriage as such. And this being you from the reading would tell me you still see and care deeply and see yourself as a married partner, which is good. But it does tell me where some of your emotions that may not be feeling super secure at the moment. We've got a pipe here, and a pipe means contemplation, and it usually means maturity. That's sitting on the man, because the lady here would represent you, the man here would represent your husband, which tells me he needs some time to think about some things. And it may mean, and sorry, I don't know how old he is, but a pipe there would tell me he needs to grow. And it literally is, as they say, man up or grow up. And sorry if that sounds really harsh, but I am very blunt. And we've got tree here between telephone and husband. Sorry, I don't know what husband's name is. Well, he's just going to get called husband. The tree is family. And when I see a telephone and him, it would tell me communications between you and him and family. It's almost like that's what you're talking about, but yet you're not talking about the most important thing, which is you two as a union, which is up here. We have a fish here, and it's just touching the dog. Now, the fish is about good people, abundance, and it's almost though, think of a fish, he doesn't just swim along solo, he usually goes in a whole school, which tells me there's too much in friendships that's crowding your relationship, because dogs are about friendship, good people, loyalty, and so on. But a fish on there would tell me it's like you're feeling loyalty is scattered. And I look at that and think, oh, something's going on here. And I would rather see better communication. So now I'm actually going for another scatter. Okay. And I am going a little in the outside 2 circles, right? So starting up around here, we've got the horse on the sun. The horse is a fast pace and it means freedom or wind in your hair. The sun there means you need to find some of your happy. And when I look at a horse does represent male as well, which tells me you need to find some happy in this relationship. And it's almost like there's, again, a lot of freedom that you are feeling, but right back to here is we're wanting the emotion and the emotional commitment. The eagle here sitting on the mirror is a sign of what you are putting out to the world and how you are received. An eagle there would tell me, though, it's like people trying to push you or control you on who you are and how you appear to the outside world. Now, I don't mean as in physical appearance, because I'd look at that and say, don't let anyone control how you feel, what you do. Yes, if you want to, right down to how you appear. It's like me at the moment, I've actually got purple hair. And no one would tell me whether I have purple hair or I don't. So there would tell me, don't let anyone control how you look and appear to the outside world. The axe here on the cherries, that is a really difficult one, because the axe is the cutting and the pain and the suffering. And the cherries is about two, the union, because it means good abundance choices, and they're usually in pairs. But to see the axe there, it's like, are you, sorry, I don't mean to pry, but are you in a separation situation? Because the axe there would tell me you are suffering because of this. The right down the bottom here, hopefully you can see it, it's actually a doctor's stethoscope. And it's sitting down here between the heart and the S. The stethoscope would indicate to me, listen to what your heart is telling you. It's on the S, and the S would mean, again, somebody, person, place, or thing. It could be a Samantha, it could be a Stephen, it could be even a place or a location where you and husband was something very important too. The fact that the heart and the stethoscope is still here telling me, listening very strong to what it is you have within you. You've got here a little cluster. We've got, I'll try and hold this up for you and then I can put them back down. It's the umbrella, the bird and the arrow. And it's sitting between the bell and the teacup. Umbrella is about protection. And I'd look at that there and say, protect yourself above all and plenty. You've also got the bird here with the bell. Now, a bird is chat, talks, communication, but a bell is where people are saying things. And those two there would tell me protect yourself from gossip and protect yourself from, sorry, I'll swear, bullshit that others may say. Because there I'd say, no, you need to protect who you are and what you do and how you say it. The arrow with the teacup, again, teacup is a discussions, which is like a sit-down mediation talks, even if he'll be interested into counselling. Because an arrow here would tell me that could do a very good thing for you because it hasn't got the union here. So it tells me here, don't be afraid to speak to somebody, because this with an arrow would tell me this is probably a very good thing for you and moving forward in the right direction for you. Now, I don't know if you have children. You do have the baby pram down here. Sorry. And yes, that can be about children that are together. If you don't have children, baby is about things that are small, but they're usually good joys. And sitting on the letter W, again, a person, a place, and a thing. Like I said, letters, and this is a very involved thing, but letters also hold energy for every letter of the alphabet that is different. And so the W can mean where you are in two minds of things. So it would tell me, don't procrastinate, make formulated decisions. And whether they're new decisions or decisions around children, that is a good thing for you. Up here, you've got on your letter D, you've got the key and the elephant. Elephant is about wisdom and knowledge and often the karmic lessons. It is a positive sign which tells me you have been in each other's lives for a reason. And the key there would tell me, though, open new doors, open new pathways that are really important for you. And again, the letter D, energy, it's about security. What is it that is stable and home base and so on? Because the key itself can tell me there is probably a new stability that's coming for you. I won't go into any further because I'm going to bore everyone else silly, but these here would tell me, I'm glad you said you started the counselling. He does, sorry, in a nutshell, does need to grow from whatever's happened in the relationship. And I'd say here, first and foremost, don't take notice of crap and bullshit that other people may be saying about you or about him, because there's only the two of you that it really concerns. So I hope that helps a wee bit, Katie. I'm just having here, we've got Caitlin Williams, and I'll just grab you, Caitlin, as the last one because my back is killing me, and I've been told this morning that I may end up having to have some surgery on my back, which I'm not looking forward to. So we're going to look at the next few months. This here is, I call it my life wheel because it covers every section. So now I'm just going to put in a charm each section. Otherwise, like I said, I'm going to be here for a month of Sundays and my back won't be able to hold me out. Okay, all right. So home and family, you've actually got the skull and the crossbones, and everyone thinks, oh God, not poison or toxic or mean or disaster. Skull and crossbones is about headspace. And when I look at it with home and family there, I'd say don't let anyone make you feel down in the dumps or feeling low, because there it's like, no, it's not on. Claim the strength. Don't allow any mind games when it comes to home, family and relatives as such. Leisure and social life, the moon is really nice because it does mean light source and changes. Moon emotions would tell me connect with the friends that you may not have, even if there's some overseas, do a FaceTime or a WhatsApp call or Zoom or whatnot, because there it's like, no, you need the people around you for your emotional well-being, and it is a good thing. Career and business, you've got the X, which tells me, again, what is it that's difficult when it comes to career and or business there. X, you may be just having some downtime. If not, it may be time to actually change what you are doing. Love and relationships, the lion is a beautiful symbol of protections, and it's almost like you need the warmth and the strength of arms around you. Lion, protect who you are, protect your love, and the people that are in your life. Health and well-being, you've got the castle or the tower. Now, everyone thinks tower and they think tarot where there is changes and devastations. Tower in T symbology, though, is about large public places, but it's about successes. I'd look at that on your health and well-being of don't ignore things, because that can literally mean a hospital. And I'd say anything that you're not feeling quite right about, follow it up, because you would need to follow up to have any successful outcomes. Just going to draw one more on that. Anchor, good things about security. I do like that. So they're good, something that's stable. And it may have been an ailment that you might have been battling for a little bit, and an anchor there would tell me good stability. So money matters, you've got the clock, and the clock is often where you rush of something stupid, and it would tell me don't make any rash decisions when it comes to money. Adventure and discovery, you've got the rose. Rose is about looking at nature, things that are beautiful and what gives you the most joy. It is a female element, which tells me go out if you can a day or a luncheon with a girlfriend. It's going to be good for you with your morale, but it's also about sharing in the joy with somebody else. Spirituality, you've got the ring. Ring is beautiful because it means something that's precious to you, and think of valuable. So it tells me there's valuable learnings in your life, and I do like it when I see a ring on there. I'm actually going to pendulum this, and let me have a look. Right, because by the way, before I go into it, my yeses go anti-clockwise, my no's go clockwise, because I actually want to ask, is there any spirit guides around you? Hang on, let me stabilise. Okay. Is there any spirits or guides around you? And it's going a nice big yes, which tells me you have someone in spirit that is around you. Is there any messages from this person? Well, first I'll go and what's the message, and then we'll work out who it is. We've got kangaroo, which is nurturing. We've got the candles, which means enlightenment and also learning and discovering more about yourself. And you've got butterfly. Butterflies are a beautiful sign when spirits are around you. So I actually want to know, is this male or female? So I'll ask one or the other. So is the spirits around you female? We're getting a strong yes. Okay. Is it an older female? Yes. Okay. Is it family? No. So you have an older female who's not family that is still around you. I'd love to know who that is. Your nan or an aunt, and yet it's funny, it's telling me not family. So is there an older lady who has passed who's not family? Actually, I didn't ask, was it young or old? Hang on. We know it's a female. We know it's not family. So was this person older when they passed? Yes. So it's somebody that may have passed a while ago, and older. Oh, she's an auntie, not really auntie. Well, that explains it. I have those too. So when I was growing up, my mum's friends, they were always, it was just a respect thing too, is my mum's friends were like, Auntie Joan and Auntie Shirl and Auntie this and Auntie that. And it's just what we did. So, well, thanks, guys. I'm wrapping it up, but I just wanted to see if it was stable. And so far, it looks like 5G is the way to go. And my big testing point is when I get my other girls online. Hang on, I'm trying to work out my word things. And then that's going to tell me whether it works or it doesn't. So But anyway, thanks anyway, guys, just for the short period to join me, as I really needed to test this out before poor Linus has to wire everything through the roof. So, which the poor thing. Anyway, have a good night or a good day wherever you are. And thanks, Caitlin. Yeah, that's what I needed to know. So it seems to be my 5G is the way to go. So, but yes, the real test of time will be when I have one of the other girls on, because the moment I always add someone to it is when it dies and goes belly up. So, yeah, the back, here you're in whispers now, I know that name. Angela, no, I've read bits and pieces from people throughout YouTube and Facebook. It was here only as a testing point because we are seeing if all the different wiring and so on is making a difference for me, and otherwise it's no point putting Linus up in the roof to go and wire things, and it's not going to work. So that's what I was doing. Fairy Wren whispers, yeah, back is a big issue, and I'm looking at back surgery, and which is not going to be fun anyway. So thanks everyone, and I will hopefully catch you again later. I have put in requests for a couple of my girls. Hopefully they may be able to join me later tonight. If it is later tonight, it would be, I think, middle of day or afternoon UK Europe time, and it would be early morning. Stay tuned though. Click on the subscribe and notifications on the bell if you're on YouTube, and it should then pop up with a notifications that I'm here. So, and then hopefully you'll get me and Wilma, or me and Lindsay, or maybe we might get both me, Wilma and Lindsay, but we'll soon know. Anyway, thanks guys, and we will talk again. Bye for now.